Hello and welcome to the Fast Financials demo video for Sales Order Processing. We start in the Sales Order Processor Role Center, which gives you insight into all of your performance indicators. Starting with looking at our customer, by going to our list of customers, we open a customer card. Looking at the detail of the customer, we have a setup of different document types and the rules associated with who they will be sent to. In this case, we have all sales documents, and specifically a sales order to go out to a particular email address. We are going to create a sales order for this customer. It produces a new order with the next number in the series, and it fills in all of the address details automatically. We can add in a requested delivery date and a quote number that we want to reference in the document. Moving on to the lines, we select the type of line. So if we are using inventory, I can select an item type. The more we type in, the closer the match. We can search by description, item number, or name. Choosing the location, quantity, and the price defaults in the line details. On the right-hand side, the facts box shows the item availability for this part in this location. The line has sales line discounts, and drilling down, we see that it is applied to items in the group for raw materials. This 15% discount has been automatically applied to the line. However, we can change the unit price and discount as necessary. If we don't have inventory, we can choose a GL code. For example, if we are selling software. And we can put in the quantity times the price, and it extends the price for me. As well as items, we are able to put in standard paragraphs that have been previously set up. Alternatively, we can leave it blank and type in free text as required. Here, we can see the totals of the document. You can define a tab order so that order entry is very fast. At this point, we can do a number of things. We can send an approval request, or if we have inventory, we could produce a pick list for the warehouse to pick the goods. In this case, we are going to print and email the confirmation, choosing the Edit Before Sending option so that we can see it and then press Print. The system then uses the setup to automatically create an email with the correct details, as well as an attachment of the order with our company logo. We can also store documents against a record. For example, having received the order from the customer, drag and drop the file onto the document receiving fact box. Selecting the document type, here selecting Order Confirmation, the document is automatically stored and it shows against the record. With the goods ready, we now need to ship them and invoice them. Pressing the Post button, we have the option to ship, invoice, or to ship and invoice at the same time. Choosing the Ship option, we can choose to only ship the goods. This has now been updated so that the quantity to ship is blank, but the quantity to invoice is still there. We can either invoice from here, or alternatively, use a batch job to invoice larger quantities of orders. In this case, we are going to invoice just this order and complete the document. Going back to the customer, we can drill into the balance. We can see the invoice, and showing the posted document, we see the sales invoice with the order still linked to it. Now, we are going to go back to our role center, and we are going to create a new quote. Clicking on the quotes queue, we can drill down, and clicking New, we can see one of the benefits of NAV. This looks very similar to the sales order header. This time, however, we're going to use a function called Get the Standard Sales Codes. This is a facility that allows us to use predetermined lines, which we can set up. For example, based on lines that a customer may order repeatedly. This inputs the lines automatically onto the document, and from here we can change quantities, delete and add lines, etc., exactly as normal. Once we are happy with the quote, we can send it in the same way as the order confirmation. We can also archive it so that we can make changes and send a different version of the same quote. Once it is ordered, we can use the Make Order button, converting the quote into an order in a single click. Going into our sales orders with the lines from the quote, the procedure here is the same as in the previous order that we created. Finally, we are going to create a credit memo, but this time we are going to create it by using the Copy Document function. Selecting New and then the customer, click on Copy Document. Copying from a posted invoice, we select our posted invoice, using the filter function to find the document quickly. We can choose if we want to include the header and to recalculate the lines, and click OK. It has input the details of the invoice number and the lines that we have copied across from our document, including any discounts, etc. Pressing Post to complete the document will then update the ledger. And that concludes our overview of sales order processing. Please contact us if you have any further questions.